Tonight on Elon Local News, 7 robberies in 1 week. More information on the thefts and tips to keep your stuff safe.
Mixed drinks are common on college campuses. Find out what mixer could lead to a higher BAC next on Elon Local News.
There's something different about this local cake shop. We'll tell you what later in the show.
I'm Katie Meredy.
I'm Brian Mazursky.
All that and more tonight on Elon Local News.
Thanks for joining us. A recent string of thefts and new information about the armed robbery of an Elon student.
Our Jason Puckett is here with an Elon Local News crime update. Jason?
That's right, Katie. We have new video evidence of a man involved in the gunpoint robbery of an Elon student earlier this month. Let's take a look at that video. Now you can see this hooded male enter the Kangaroo gas station on Huffman Road. He attempts a purchase with the student's stolen debit card. It fails. He tries one more time, and then he exits the store. Now, police haven't been able to identify this man yet, and they can't confirm if he is the one who took the debit card. Police are continuing to search for the 3 men responsible for the February 1st mugging. Now, these flyers put out in nearby apartment complexes vaguely describe the 3 men and ask anyone with information to call the town police at 336-584-1301. The police have also asked for help from the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation. And we're following another town police investigation into a recent string of thefts in the area. I took a look at what's happening and what you can do to protect yourself. In the last week alone, 7 people reported items missing from their cars, totaling more than $3,000 in stolen items. The thefts occurred off campus in the Trollinger and Oak Hill Village apartments, as well as on St. John Street and Foster Drive. Stolen items range from a MacBook Pro laptop to multiple sets of golf clubs and even to one student's purse and jewelry. In each incident, the car door was unlocked, giving the criminals easy access to whatever was inside.
It's unfortunate, but obviously if it's unlocked, it's easy access for a crook. Easy access.
An Elon Town police officer, Ed Peters, says that this isn't a new trend.
We actually try to check some of the cars and secure them while we're out, especially doors of the apartments. We'll check them and make sure that they're secured. And it's amazing how many doors we'll find left unlocked for weeks at a time.
Now, the best way to make sure you're not the next victim is to always lock your car and double check it. But it's also important to make sure that you don't leave anything valuable where it can be seen.
If they look in the car and there's nothing in there, chances are they may not even fuss with it. But if they see an iPod, especially laptops, they're looking for anything that they could sell to a pawn shop quick.
Officer Peters also stressed the importance of letting the police know as soon as you think anything is missing and report any suspicious behavior in the area. And another way to protect your possessions, write down the serial numbers found on the back or bottom of most devices. On my phone, it was right under the name here. That way, if items are discovered, the police can make sure they are returned to their right owners. Brian?
Alamance County Sheriff Terry Johnson is in the hospital. A week ago, he underwent bypass surgery at Duke University after suffering a heart attack. ELN spoke to Public Information Officer Randy Jones, who says Johnson has been moved from intensive care. Jones says Johnson should be released by the end of the week. Johnson is 62 years old and was first elected as Alamance County Sheriff in 2002.
Wild weather up north. Steve Roth is in the studio with more about the nor'easter that has thousands snowed in.
Many towns in the Northeast continue to dig out from record-breaking snowfall from Nemo. 5 states saw 30 or more inches of snow. The town that got the most snow was Hamden, Connecticut, with 40 inches of snow. Portland, Maine broke an all-time record as they got nearly 32 inches. Now, we asked our viewers to send us their Nemo pictures, and aside from a picture of the fish Nemo from the movie Finding Nemo, we also got some good snow pictures, so let's take a look at those now. And as you can see here, there's a picture from Long Island, New York with some cars buried in the snow and some deer playing in central New Jersey. A lot of good ones here. We'll start to get some more snow as we go through the pictures, some more from Homedale, and then Reddington, New Jersey, that's in northern New Jersey. There's a picture of a lot of milk gone at the supermarket in Schwenksville in southeastern Pennsylvania, and a couple of shots from Massachusetts. Massachusetts and Connecticut obviously got the bulk of the snow, up to more than 3 feet of snow in some areas. Boston, Massachusetts there, and Ashland nearby Boston. And as we go through the rest of these pictures, some of these start to really build up. A lot of snow. Those are cars at Yukon in Storrs, Connecticut. And our MVP pictures coming up right here in Berlin, Connecticut, right here, where 3 feet of snow is basically keeping them inside their homes. And if you're from the Northeast, we want to see your snow pictures. So make sure you tweet them to us at Elon Local News. Now, it's a little different story in our neck of the woods. Here is your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tomorrow will be the warmest day, reaching a high of 61 degrees, but clouds will be out in full force. We cool down a bit on Wednesday as we see rain and a high of 47 degrees. Thursday may be the nicest day of the week as temperatures reach 58 and there will be plenty of sun as well. More great weather on Friday for Elon Baseball's season opener at home. Sunny skies and a high of 55 on Friday. Temperatures drop for the weekend as Saturday's high will be 42 degrees. That will do it for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Now back to Katie and Brian.
Be careful what you mix with. A recent study shows when a popular drink is mixed with alcohol, it has a stronger effect. Joe Bruno has the story.
Some say it's their guilty pleasure.
People probably drink mixed drinks, to have some variety when they're drinking.
And according to Sparks, a majority of Elon students drink at least once a week.
The majority of students who go out and drink, those are like the students that will always be drinking.
Some students try to get drunk quicker by having a mixed drink.
And when making a mixed drink, it's easy to be like, oh, I'll put a little bit of this in there, a little bit of that in there, and you base it off of taste.
And for those trying to get drunk faster, diet soda may be the way to go. Researchers made 2 drinks with the power of 4. After both drinks were down in 10 minutes, it was found that those who drank the mixed Diet Cola beverage had higher BACs. Scientists at Northern Kentucky sampled 16 people. Those who used a sugary drink as a mixer had an average BAC of 0.077, which is below the legal driving limit of 0.08. But Diet Cola drinkers had a BAC of 0.091.
It's not super surprising to me because, Diet Coke has no calories. It's not a very substance drink to mix with.
Sparks recommends that no matter what you mix, keep drink tallies and limit yourself to 3 drinks per night. Joe Bruno, Elon Local News.
Researchers say that the sugar in soda helps slow down the absorption of alcohol. So when you take the sugar out of the soda, you actually absorb the alcohol faster.
No matter what you do on the weekend, hopefully college is about education. And here at Elon, there's a new focus on writing. The Writing Excellence Initiative is a 5-year plan that focuses on improving the writing skills of all Elon students. This initiative was created as part of the university's requirement for Elon's accreditation. Dean Jodie Schmieder is a part of the initiative, and she says writing is an everyday life skill.
It's something that you need to continually work on, and so I think regardless of where you are, what your position or what your affiliation is with the university, that you will get something out of it personally and professionally.
Some Elon students choose to graduate a semester or 2 early, but there's a unique program that gives students dual degrees after 5 years, but only 3 of those years are here on Elon's campus. The dual degree engineering program gives students their undergraduate degree in 3 years, and through an Elon partnership, they go to a different university for graduate school. Elon has a partnership with 6 universities that have graduate engineering schools, like NC State and Columbia University. Sophomore Blaine Ramsdale thinks that Elon's program puts him a step above the competition.
I feel like it will be a big help for the real world. Coming out of school, out of my 5 years, it'll definitely help set me apart from the other engineers in the workforce because, they'll see me coming out with the 2 degrees in 5 years.
An Ivy League school is recovering after a big cheating scandal. Harvard University would not release the exact numbers, but close to 70 students were removed from the school for cheating, and all of those students were enrolled in the same class. Academic Affairs Associate Vice President Mary Wise told us why she thinks something like this could never happen at Elon.
Certainly the internet makes it easier to find work by other sources and copy and paste it. So one might expect overall that there is an increase. But I think our faculty are doing a pretty good job of helping students understand how to document their sources and why it's important to do that.
On Elon Local News. A new app could help you find that special someone just in time for Valentine's Day.
A recipe for success. Find out what this cake shop has to offer Burlington.
Here's the face behind Lakeside's food. Meet the executive chef later in the show.
Looking for love this Valentine's Day? A new dating app might be your solution. Our Jasmine Turner has the story.
Forget Match.com this Valentine's Day. There's a new way to online date. It's called Tinder. Elon sophomore Nevin Lally loves this smartphone app.
Started using Tinder, I don't know, I'd say a month ago maybe, sometime over winter term. And it's awesome. I don't know, it's just fun. It's really funny. Get to meet people and it's a little random. It's like, I feel like it's a dating website for college students.
Lally's favorite thing about Tinder?
Definitely trying out different pickup lines. It's so much fun. It's so funny.
Among his favorite pickup lines,
There's the classic ones like, do you know how much a polar bear weighs? Enough to break the ice, of course.
if you're just looking to flirt or you want to find your perfect match, this app may be your solution. Lally taught me exactly how to use Tinder.
Then you just go through and hit like or nope, whatever you want to do. And then if you like them and they like you back, then it starts a conversation. So these are my conversations.
And if you're wondering if Lally has had any success with the app,
I met up with one girl, actually. From Elon.
Jasmine Turner, Elon Local News.
Tinder is available to download for free in the Apple App Store.
Elon students are giving the gift of music this Valentine's Day with Ripcord's acapella grams. For $10, the grams gave students the chance to have the male singing group serenade their Valentine or friend. Students chose from a variety of love songs. The group surprised 35 people this past weekend. Sophomore CJ Moore says Ripcord enjoys giving the grams just as much as students enjoy getting them.
Just seeing the reaction on the people's face that we sing for, that's honestly what keeps me doing it, because it's always like a look of pure joy. I've never seen anyone be upset getting an acapella gram, so the fact that we can spread happiness to other people it's phenomenal that we can do that with music.
Now maybe an acapella gram isn't for you. Our Julie Morse is in the studio with other options this Valentine's Day that won't break the bank in this week's College Consumer.
Thanks, guys. Valentine's Day may sound like a weight on your wallet, but I have some tips so you can enjoy February 14th with your loved one or some good friends. It may sound lame, but stay home and save money. It's just as nice as to cook a meal for someone, and it'll save you at least $15. Not to mention you don't have to wait to be seated, and no one is going to kick you out of that table. Want to continue the night at home? Well, get a red box and relax. Next, flowers. You know, the flowers, stereotypical, don't worry about it. But you would need to save your money on it. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the local flower shops. That way, you are avoiding, it's a local business, so they're not going to jip you out of any money, and you can avoid the delivery fee. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do. Deliver those yourself. Not only does it add a personal touch, it also gets rid of that fee. Not interested in dinner and a movie? There are a ton of free things to do around the Triad. Think about going on a picnic or on a hike in Greensboro. You'll need to pay for gas, but other than that, you'll have some Valentine's Day fun that's unlike anyone else. Finally, if you can't get off campus, the Student Union Board is sponsoring Stuff a Plush. For $5, you can make a stuffed animal, and technically it is homemade. Sub will be in Moseley on Wednesday until 2 p.m. If you have any suggestions for your fellow college consumers, tweet at me, _Julie Morse, with any ideas. Looking out for the College Consumer, I'm Julie Morris.
Thanks, Julie. Another idea for a Valentine's gift, cake. There's nothing better than a cake made with love, but if you're not quite the baker, there's a local hand that can help you out. I visited a cake shop down in Burlington who wants to do just that. What she says started as a fluke turned into a shop in Burlington for April Murray.
We started really just giving them out as like, hey, have a red velvet cupcake, and then people were like, oh, I want to order those. So it just went from there.
Murray opened Main Street Cake Shop on South Church Street less than 2 months ago, but this isn't her first store. She's been baking cakes in her family's Gibsonville pizzeria for the last 5 years.
It's kind of in your blood. My parents were entrepreneurs. They owned the pizza shop. It was something that my husband and I picked up and carried on with, and now it's progressed into this.
Murray makes cakes, cupcakes, mini cupcakes, cake pops, and more.
That's good.
And once baked at Main Street Cake Shop,
Thank you. Thank you.
you can drive through to try any tasty treat.
What could be better than to check on Facebook and see, oh my gosh, they have orange creamsicle cupcakes today. I'm going to run over to the drive-thru. I can pull right up, push the bell, and a nice, friendly person brings it right to me. Like, how much better could that be?
Murray says in addition to a cool store, there's one key ingredient she adds to all of her cake.
If you put your heart and soul into something, you can taste that. There's definitely a difference in that than something that you get from one of the big box stores.
And Murray says it's the happiness created for her and customers that make the transition to a new business worth it.
It was scary because pizza was what we knew. Pizza was, you know, in your back pocket. You know that you can do that. You can do that in your sleep. This was new. This was foreign, but it's a challenge.
A challenge that Murray will mix through, one cake at a time. Main Street Cake Shop is open Tuesday through Sunday, starting at 11 a.m. For their full hours and cake flavors, visit their website, mainstreetcakeshop.com. And Katie, you and I visited yesterday, April Murray at the cake shop, and we got to talk a lot about the local businesses, both successes and the struggles.
It's interesting. They say it's a typical 9-hour workday for most, but for them, they get up before opening and stay long after closing to make sure their small business can run in such a tough economy, and they do a great job.
Absolutely. Local business owners have true dedication for what they're doing, and ELN hopes to continue getting out in the community and hearing those stories.
Speaking of business, you're hired. We have tips to help you hear that golden phrase before graduation day. Naima Abdullahi has the information the class of 2013 wants to hear.
He's bringing his global pass to make Elon's dining's future. Meet Chef Verghese next.
Sending a message to someone you're not friends with on Facebook could cost you some extra cash. When you message non-Facebook friends, your message goes into a hidden folder they may never see. But for just $1, that message goes straight into their inbox. For now, these costs are just a test and are only applied to a small percentage of Facebook users.
Put your best foot forward. Transitioning from college to career can be tough. Naima Abdullahi is in the studio to help you be more prepared for life after Elon.
Now, the job search is on for graduating seniors. Here are the Student Professional Development Center's top 5 tips on how to land the job you want. Take notes. First, figure out the best way to share your professional story in a meaningful and strategic way. This can be done with your resume, cover letter, and portfolio. Number 2, network. Connect with alums and professionals at your internships. The best way is staying connected on LinkedIn. Build a relationship with them by staying in touch and keeping them updated. Next, know your worth. Figure out what the starting salary is of the industry you're going into. Now, salary requests are not crucial, but it could be a huge difference if you plan to stay with the company for a long time. Don't be afraid to set your own boundaries. Number 4, do your own research. Learn everything about the career you're getting into. Look up company cultures, different cities that you could possibly start in, and read job ads, attend conferences and informational meetings. Last thing, practice interviewing. This cannot be stressed enough. The interview is the make or break. To gain valuable feedback, set an appointment with the Student Professional Development Center in Mosley for a mock interview.
Thanks, Naima. You're always keeping us on track. And for more information, attend the Professional Discovery Week events starting February 18th through February 21st. Visit our website at elonlocalnews.com for details. Chef Pinky Verghese has a new job. Our Alex Rose found out more about the executive chef in Lakeside's kitchen.
1 week after its grand opening, Lakeside Dining Hall is packed, and students are leaving happy. Pinky Verghese is responsible for the food at Elon's newest dining experience. He's the executive chef.
When I came here, it was very exciting. And I saw the opportunities for me and for my growth and the way I could bring up devote back to the cuisine of the university to make it to the next level.
Pinky worked multiple jobs at a hotel in Dubai before he gave cooking a try.
So when I was making a hollandaise sauce, and my instructors told me, "Oh, Pinky, that looks like a very nice smooth sauce." Then I thought, okay, I never cooked in my life before, so let me try it as let me give it a try a little bit.
And he never stopped trying. As executive chef, Pinky oversees preparation and makes sure the staff is focused on one goal.
But my main objective is to get the quality of the food up and the consistency and the main continuity of what we are doing.
Pinky chooses the countries to feature for the international station. As a world traveler mixed with his experience, he knows he's the man for the job.
When I was working for the royal family, I had an opportunity to travel with them all around Europe, all around, some part of Africa. All this traveling, all this working with different nationalities. There's a lot to discover. There are a lot of things which not most people haven't seen.
Pinky thinks his global outlook will fit perfectly with Elon's focus on global diversity. Alex Rose, Elon Local News.
And coming up, I'm Jamie Daphner. We'll take a look at how a few Elon athletes are coming along in their quest for a shot at the pros. With only 6 games left in the season, the men's basketball team is in a spot they've never been in before as a Division I program. At 16-8, the team has already eclipsed their win total from last year, and 20 wins is now out of the question, a feat this school hasn't triumphed since 1988. The star emergence of juniors Jack Eisenbarger and Lucas Troutman have been a huge reason for this newfound success. Both players recently reached the 1,000-point mark for their careers, making them the 34th and 35th players to do so in school history. You can catch both Lucas and Jack this Thursday in Alumni Gym as the team takes on division rival App State. The Phoenix will look to extend its 2.5-game lead in the North Division. On Saturday, the women's tennis team took to the courts to take on NC Central and North Carolina Wesleyan, and in both matches, the Elon women came ahead victorious. The Phoenix started the day strong against NC Central with a double sweep on all 3 lines. The team would carry that momentum to the afternoon, where Viviana Stavreva and Taylor Casey headlined another Elon double sweep. Stavreva spoke after the game on why the team enjoys playing at home.
It's awesome. Playing at home is always amazing. We have people coming out. There's a lot of positive energy. We feel that it helps a lot on courts. It's our home after all.
In his senior year, wide receiver Aaron Millette caught 97 passes for almost 1,400 yards. He led the SoCon and ranked second nationally in both receptions per game and receiving yards per game. All in all, it was a very good year for the wideout from Sanford, North Carolina, and later this month, he will try to become the 10th player in school history to play in the NFL. CBSSports.com ranks Millette as the number 21 receiver entering the draft and projects Millette to fall somewhere in the 5th or 6th round. While the draft isn't until April, Millette will have a chance to impress scouts one more time during the NFL Combine on February 21st. If all goes well, we could be getting used to seeing Aaron Millette play on Sundays. The other superstar of the fall semester, soccer player Chris Thomas, will have a chance to go pro as well. Thomas and fellow midfielder Gabe Lateague were both picked up by Major League Soccer's New England Revolution earlier this year. While neither have been guaranteed the roster spot for the upcoming season, both will have a trial period to prove their worth to the Revolution, who begin play on March 9th.
Thanks, Jamie. We have an entire semester ahead, so stick with Elon Local News for all the news that matters to you. Be sure to check out our website, elonlocalnews.com.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
From all of us here at Elon Local News, we wish you the best this entire semester and have a great rest of the week, Elon.